Hello and welcome to Copyright Strike Central, where we're changing up the music because YouTube hates us.
Hey, it's not just YouTube, it's Sony BMG.
Yeah, too. I'm Nick, joined by
Steve.
We really got to come up with a better intro.
Yeah,
It's Casey.
It's Casey.
So you want something ridiculous? But while we're talking about this for a moment, so in the entertainment world, there are certain fees that, depending on what kind of bar and what you do, you have to pay ASCAP BMI. It's just a thing you have to do. The reason for that is so you pay your rights to play the music. If you have TVs, you have the rights to use your TVs, whatever. But once you have that, and this is in the United States, it's not an Ohio law, for those of you that don't know that we're in Ohio, like we don't talk about Cleveland enough. Cover bands do not have to have the licensing. The bar has to have it because the bar is making the money off of you. So if you make the money at that kind of an establishment, that's why you have to have it. So cover bands they don't have to do anything because the bar is making money and then the bar pays us. We're not making money off of using the music. It's really weird.
In other words, they're kind of treating the bar as the platform.
Correct. Yeah, whoever does the booking, they have to make sure that they
or check all the boxes.
Correct.
Which actually makes sense why there are some local theaters when they say don't really mention which production we're doing because we don't have the rights.
Yeah, that's why you'll see high schools from time to time won't advertise their show at all because they can't. Yeah. I have a good story about that for not the air because, but so besides ASCAP and BMI that are like the big boys, Sony, because they have such a big market share, are threatening that you are then going to require a Sony license on top of that because Sony BMG has so much going on.
The Sony license.
It's bullshit. It's straight bullshit. We're already paying ASCAP. We don't need to pay other shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, keep this in mind. As a DJ, I get all of my music legally. I pay for my licensing, but I don't have the license. The venue I'm at still has to have that.
Whack.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. But now Sony's like, oh, we're going to make you pay us too. And I'm like,
we haven't gotten enough from it, so we need more.
We need more money because Disney's bending us over.
I should ask Joe. You guys remember Joe Whalen?
Yeah.
He was a couple years below us. He was... I don't know why.
The stare you just
I was
gave
like, wait, I'm an idiot.
What the hell did I just say?
It happens. He was Padawaning me for a bit and then went to Nashville to do audio, and now he works at Sony BMG as like a copyright lawyer or copyright something. He's not doing actual engineering, which I thought was weird. He's like on the business side of things. But I should reach out to him for the first time in 7 years and be like, dude, make sure this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
From the inside.
Because that's some bullshit.
Well, on my Facebook, I still have it where I'm a social media not representative. What do I have?
Are you an influencer?
No. I'm the person that influences or controls the influencers and writes the checks for them to say nice things about Sony.
Oh yeah.
Right. An A&R rep?
Probably.
No, that's not an A&R rep. That's a oh God.
Yeah.
It's all based off of Red Letter Media.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
The joke.
I can't believe what Rich Evans did. That's such a disappointment. and done. Good night, everybody.
That's our episode. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Speaking of episode next week.
Yeah.
What did you say at the top of the show? Welcome to what?
For City Dreaming.
Are we dreaming or rebirth?
I don't know at this point.
I thought we were changing the name to changing the name outright.
Nick hourly.
You keep going back and forth to things. Whatever, we got our meeting. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. Guys, we're gonna actually figure out how to do things and do bits on a consistent basis.
Did somebody say skits?
I said bits.
Oh. Well, fine. Be that way.
A bit is not scripted. A sketch is scripted.
I said skit.
A skit, same def.
Skiddly bit dot dude.
Scatman John.
I feel rest in peace.
I feel he's still alive.
Wait, he is?
I don't think he's dead.
I swear he died like 12 years ago.
I don't think so.
Is this like another?
I'm not looking it up.
No,
I might be thinking of Shuby Taylor too.
Yeah, I don't think.
What was it? I saw someone like repost like Roger Moore died. It's like Roger Moore's been dead for a few years now.
R.I.P.
But like everyone's like,
damn
oh,
it, he died a real long time ago.
He lives in our hearts.
He died 1999.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was off by a couple of years too.
Yeah, 1999.
Anyways. So what are we talking about today,
We're
boys?
talking about
All
I
right.
feel real short because my microphone stand points down.
Yeah.
Yours is equidistant,
I like the hang.
and yours is up because your chair is taller.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yep. Actually, there's a variety of topics.
Oh no, please no.
All right. So
Let's get rid
And in this
There's
corner,
there's a copyright strike for you right there.
oh boy. All right. So on the way in, I was listening to the quartering, and he was reporting that Henry Cavill is most likely going to be part of Captain Marvel 2. Take a guess at what character he'll play.
Yeah, they're rumoring that he's gonna play Wolverine.
Yeah.
So again, you get
Cool.
another guy who's 6'9"
Yeah.
playing,
They're probably just thinking like, oh, he has muscles.
right?
He'll want to deal with muscles for the next 20 years
As long
of his
as
life.
as long as they digitally insert facial hair for him, I will be fine.
Yeah.
No, we're past that port. We don't have to shave for one to have for another.
It would be funny if they kind of do like reverse Captain America, like weak Steve Rogers tech, and they actually shrink Henry down to like what, comic book height Wolverine is.
How would that work?
I don't know. I mean, it worked with Lord of the Rings. The dwarf is like the
Yeah, but
tallest.
they were supposed to be.
That's also Lord of the Rings was all completely playing with dimensions. That's why Ian McKellen is always in the front of the camera and
Yeah.
everyone else is 20 feet behind him.
fair.
So
But
if you're gonna play with depth of field,
Yeah.
let's fucking do this
Yeah.
thing.
Let's do it right.
I'm in for that.
I'm just like,
Let's
well, he's
shorten-
a tall guy. Let's
shorten Cavill by
Yeah.
like
How funny
5
would that be?
inches.
How funny would that
That'd be
be?
great. I'm in for it.
Yeah.
All right, not much more to talk about that.
All right,
Jurassic World 3 has a title called Dominion. Any thoughts?
I still never saw the second one.
I have it if you want it.
Oh.
It's okay.
I don't. Oh man, I was gonna like shit post that movie so hard today. But
Dude,
that you haven't seen it
I don't-
now, I don't want to. 'Cause
I don't-
Well, no, we could do
I
a live
don't care
commentary and
enough.
record that.
Yes, that's a great idea because there's a moment in it where you're gonna sit there going like, "What the? Why? This was pointless. What are we doing?"
So we're doing a second podcast.
No,
I was
no,
gonna
we
say
can
it
just
could be part
release
of
an audio
No, that's not nearly as fun.
track.
no,
Hide it
we'll
behind
have
our Patreon wall.
fine with
we'll to skirt any type of copyright. We'll just speed up the video by what
1 1/4.
0.25. Yeah, and
That would be really funny.
yeah.
Actually, that'd be nice because it'd be less painful.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments in it where you'll sit there going like, all right, you're lingering too long. This shot's taking way too long.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm supposed to feel sad.
I
for the
just
cloned
don't care.
dinosaur that shouldn't exist anyways. Bye.
46%.
Everything is content.
Yep.
46% of moviegoers have reduced or stopped going to theaters. Any thoughts as to probably why?
$17 a ticket on a Saturday
Yeah.
night.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
depending on where you're at,
Yeah.
that would be it.
So I said Saturday night.
yeah. Well, not necessarily when, but where.
Yeah.
A lot of places,
I mean, are any of the theaters in our area that much?
yeah.
Most are like in the 10 to 12 range. aren't they?
Crocker on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, are we talking regular, screening, or are
Yeah.
we talking 3D? and
3Ds and over in the 20s.
Yeah.
per ticket?
IMAX
Yeah.
is like 23.
Holy
Mhm.
crap!
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's expensive now.
Mhm.
Now, here's my issue is I don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
I hopped on Movie Pass when it happened, and
Mm-hmm.
Lara and I did abuse it for a very long time. And I want to get the Regal one because if you at least see 2 movies, you've underpaid.
Yeah, because it's $18 for its lowest tier.
That's brilliant. Like
Yeah.
Dad has it. He goes all the freaking time, but that's because my mother goes to bed at 6 because she has to be at work at 1 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
so that's fine. I just don't have the time.
Mhm.
But I think the idea is great. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would rather go to a theater, and that's because I'm a tech nerd. And man, their speakers are still better than my 5.1.
Oh yeah,
And I just love film, and that's
Yeah.
the way that you're supposed to see
I
it.
I
on the
like
big
that
screen.
concept too. Essentially, a subscription to go to the theater, and I like that theater experience. But yeah, like we're all rooting back to is that it's time
Yeah.
commitment.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I also think every theater should serve alcohol and food.
Yes.
At this point, yeah, definitely.
Like any theater, either keep your price but add more stuff, or you better drop your price down.
Yeah.
Like, I will pay less money for
And
what
I
you
don't-
were talking about. Like, I'll go to Midway without an issue.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to like the oldest theater in Lorain County that's not Amherst.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to go to Amherst for the oldest one.
But like I'm cool with doing that, but I would rather And I don't need the fancy seat. Don't get me wrong. They're nice and comfy. I get a little too comfortable. But, like, there was a place in Williamsburg, and Ohio had one, and it got shut down. It's called Movie Tavern. And it was kind of the first place that did.
I remember hearing about this.
It's like the first place that did this, hey, we have a full restaurant and full bar, blah, blah, blah. But what they did was super smart was the ticket prices were $9 to $11 because they were charging you for food. The food was not more expensive than the restaurants in the same shopping center.
Yeah.
So if you want a burger for Applebee's, you're probably paying $9 to $12. It was a $9 to $12 burger, and it was phenomenal. They have the single best fried pickle chips I've ever had in my entire life. Like they got spice in them. They're so good. Like they have a Monte Cristo that I dream about this Monte Cristo, and I've tried to have other ones, and none of them can touch this thing. But where they got you, which is what the smart part was, the tavern bit of this, you could buy a Stein, essentially a movie tavern branded Stein, for $15. I want to say it was. You filled it up, $5 for domestic, $7 for craft.
Wow.
For like a gallon.
That's awesome.
I want to say it almost. I'm not joking about the gallon thing. Like if I recall correctly, it was over half a gallon. I know I got a half gallon in there. I'm pretty sure I got a full.
Wow.
Because we tested it. We're like, how much is in here? And I'm pretty sure it was ridiculous.
Wow.
But it was great. You hit the button. It was perfect.
Sweet.
Because they knew they made their money off of the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, to a degree, look at any sporting event you go to. Like,
yeah, that's where they make all of it.
Yeah, all the money is the food. I mean, movie theater, same.
Yeah, and like, I mean, part of with movie theaters, why ticket prices are so much is not actually the theater themselves. That's,
it's not.
That's
Yeah.
the studio. That's
Yeah.
That's Disney saying, "You want to show our film?"
Yeah.
Which is just silly because a lot of these companies that keep putting stuff out are not making the money that they thought. Like, you think you'd take a licensing fee down now, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Especially because there's no longer physical film delivery. It's all on a freaking chip, or they send you a hard drive and you put it on every projector or whatever it is. Like, it's so digital now. You have no delivery fee.
Yeah.
Take your price down.
Yep. But hey, because we essentially have a monopoly on the industry, we're going to bully you and get as much as we can.
You say 46%?
46% of moviegoers.
That's a big number. There's
Yeah.
a cat on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh! Do not do it. Don't hit that button.
He had his paw in the cable cubby.
Oh no!
He was just laying there and had his thing like he was lounging. It was cute.
You're not allowed to have that.
Hi,
Nope,
Thor.
don't eat that penny.
If you hear dingling in the background, it's Thor on the table. He's doing his thing.
I think the last movie headline to talk about that I have is that Apple, you cannot allow the iPhone to be seen with the villain, or the villain has to have another phone instead of an iPhone.
Is that? I didn't read that article.
I didn't read the whole.
No, I read it and then I watched a video about it. Essentially, just saying that they want to keep a certain image.
See what I mean?
That only their products are allowed to be used by essentially the good guys, or
That's
not
so
the defined.
Dumb.
Yeah, so you can have the movie essentially spoiled for you just by checking that out. And my mind was thinking well, which MCU movie did I just realize was already spoiled because of that?
Or just.
I guess I don't get the spoil part.
Well,
because if the the example is the whole Knives Out, which is that murder mystery by Rian Johnson.
Oh, which one of them doesn't happen to
Correct.
have an iPhone?
Yeah. So in other words, now as a movie or within the industry, now you got to make sure they have a few more Androids or other phones.
Let's be smart. Film studios, stop putting Apple product in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're already
Use a
covering
generic
it.
phone.
Just get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Yeah.
Do the Nickelodeon thing.
Yeah.
Everything's
Pairs.
pair.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Let's see what
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't need more reason to not want an iPhone.
Right.
But
Well, that's also. I mean, when companies, what was it? I think it was the first Transformers films. GMC had a deal with them where you couldn't show any of the Decepticons as a Chevy or GM product.
Yep.
So of course one of the villains is a Ford.
Yep.
It's like okay, and it I don't know, stupid.
Yep. Branding, am I right?
I mean, you have to. Branding can go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this makes me not want to buy a product.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
As a villain first person, I don't want to buy a product.
Yep.
Imagine if Scarface was made today. Would he have an iPhone or not?
I mean, he does have that super old computer on his desk with like the 7-inch monitor.
It's an Apple II, isn't it?
I think so.
Well,
old.
so he's not the villain. That guy was wrong.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That was the very first.
Very
instance of
interesting. I saw the thing in the headline that got me was so you can tell spoilers, and I was like, I don't get what that means, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just that if they're trying to keep it a mystery of who's who. Yeah.
What if BlackBerry starts paying off
Motorola Razr.
Fox Century?
Well, Fox Century's dead, so
Oh, what's it called now? It's just Century.
20th Century.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
Disney
the
owns it.
same
But yeah,
shit.
they could still pay him off. Speaking of villains, Astros.
What about him?
Oh.
Oh, did you hear that in the what is it? It's 4 games into spring training that they've had, and
Yeah.
already 7 players have been plunked.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, they got beamed by the pitcher.
Yeah.
Who knows if it was intentional or not, but, you know. Yeah.
The best one was Alex Bregman's first at
Oh,
bat.
God, just downed instantly.
His
was.
first pitch just nails him right in the shoulder.
I love it.
And he's trying to take it seriously. And I think in the next at bat, they struck him out swinging, and
Mhm.
he just like the look on his face was one of like, well, this is gonna be a long flipping season.
Yeah, and this is just spring training, bro. So yeah, the thought that I had one morning when driving into work, and this goes pretty conspiratorial, is that what if, because Houston is a large market, but the Houston Astros were a crap team for a while.
Okay.
What if Manfred agreed to turn a blind eye, make sure the Astros get up to the top so they can start raking in the money?
Well, the former owner of the Astros is suing the current owner because of that exact thing.
Huh.
Collusion is what
Is,
that's called.
Yeah, he's suing because when he sold the franchise,
When did he, do you remember when he sold it?
I don't remember.
Probably
right now.
14 or 15.
It would have been before they started getting good.
So yeah, probably around 14
but
or
he's
15.
he's suing the franchise and Major League Baseball because he's claiming that. Now I'm very vague on this because I've read this story like 6 months ago, before all the cheating accusations and everything came out. But he's claiming that his, that MLB and Jim Crane colluded to basically devalue the franchise so that they wouldn't have to pay as much to him. And because he was the majority owner. Jim Crane was a minority owner, wanted to buy him out, and Jim Crane was in charge of player development and all this other stuff. And that,
Oh yeah, and Jim Crane's the current owner.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, no, it's this
That's-
weird, it's this
that
really
smells-
wild thing that,
Yeah.
like he actually has like a legitimate case because of the fact that he's, he has all the proof showing that, hey, well, I was the head owner, I was in charge of, just the financials and the overall, top of the organization. Jim Crane was in charge of the money and everything going towards player development, all this. And he's ended up selling it outright to Jim Crane. It was after, I think, the third 100-loss season in a row, which was right before they completely turned it around. And
So probably yeah,
like
that's
2014, 2015, I think.
Yeah, is when they
sale
started going their like up tick, and then obviously 16, 17 is when 17 really they boomed.
Yeah. 16 was when they just missed the postseason,
Yeah.
but they still had, I think, an 89-win team, 90-win team. But yeah, there's a lot. There's so much
man.
going on with this that is.
The other interesting theory too, because I talked to a few guys at work, and one of the guys at work is a Dodgers fan, and he's like, "Where's the Red Sox report? Shouldn't we have that by now?"
Oh yeah,
and
it already came out.
Well, the preliminary got
Yeah.
reported by Manfred, but I don't think it's publicly out.
No, it's not publicly out,
Yeah.
but they've said
Yeah.
that there was cheating, but it was not to the scale that the
Okay,
Astros
good,
had.
because this was before any of that information
And-
started coming out. But he was thinking that, hey, they're holding off because this is worse. But that's to a degree. I'm kind of relieved that it's not as bad, and I also hope Betts was not involved,
Right.
because how awkward is that going to be, knowing like, hey,
No,
teammates.
I think if I can, from what I was reading or what was being reported out of that preliminary report, is that it was not nearly as in depth or long lived as the Astros. I think they were doing some sort of sign stealing thing for about a month, didn't get the results they wanted, and then they stopped doing it. Maybe
I like that that's the reason. Not because it was the wrong thing. Like, it's really not working out for us, so I guess we're going to stop now.
No, exactly.
Like,
exactly. But it was
way
And
worse.
the humorous thing is that they still went on to win over 100 games that season.
Wait, what?
In 2018, the Red Sox won over 100.
Oh, yeah. I thought
that was in fucking stereo.
Yeah, we are time. Yeah.
It's like living in stereo. Anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, do you want to do some minor predictions of how we think the divisions are going to shake
Correct.
out?
That's where I was going to
And get into huge arguments about it because I want the Reds. I have the Reds winning the NL Central.
I do too.
Well, fuck you, man.
I was gonna say, if anything, like really, I think Casey would be the only like oddball opinion. I think Steve and I almost would be similar.
Hockey's the best sport ever made.
That too. Casey's just gonna throw out hockey teams in the divisions.
It's one of the I got the Nordiques winning, the Whalers taking the National League Southwestern.
I got the
Southwest.
Predators winning the National
You know, I don't know
League.
much about hockey,
I mean,
but
the Predators would win the National League.
but after we wrap up our MLB predictions, do you want to do hockey predictions?
Well,
I like I said, I'm not.
here's my prediction for the NHL season. Red Wings suck.
Oh, they're straight the worst.
I love the Red Wings, but
They're the worst.
damn.
They're the worst.
Just
Apparently,
ouch.
the Blue Jackets are choking. Like they keep going into shootouts and then just blowing it.
Their main dude's real hurt.
That's the other thing.
Seth
My friend was telling me that a
ankle's
lot of the
messed
Blue
up.
Jay players are injured.
Blue Jays.
Yes, Blue Jays. Shite.
A lot of the Blue Jays are injured.
Yeah.
That's why they're not doing so well
Hockey,
playing that
Blue
hockey.
Jays, Canadians.
You don't
am I
walk on the
right?
ice in cleats. It's
Oh gosh.
a terrible thing. No, I'm not
That hurts
a
my hips.
I'm
just
not
thinking about it.
I'm not a baseball fan. I'm an Indians and Expos fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really a football fan. I'm a Browns fan who knows a little bit more because I've been doing fantasy for longer, so now I pay attention. I'm a hockey fan. F basketball is the dumbest sport ever.
It really is now.
It's
Ever.
boring.
Not even now. What is exciting about scoring 100 points?
How they
I
do
get
it.
more
they do the same
infuriated.
When they
shit
do
17 times
when
in
they
a
do
row.
the dunk, everybody go crazy.
Oh, that part's true. When they dunk on the other people, that I do enjoy watching.
Or when it's like a breakaway and it's like, oh man, what's he gonna do now? Oh, he did the same thing.
yeah,
I get more
And now
annoyed
it's
when there's
just,
like,
oh, they're behind the line and up, they threw it up and it went in.
But hey, as Cleveland fans, at least Golden State's at the bottom.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
who. If you were to tell me back in say 2016, 2017,
yeah.
that hey, in 2020, in the 2020 or 2019-2020 season, both the Cavs and Golden State Warriors would have the two worst records in the NBA, I'd look at you like you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I'll still look at you like you're an idiot because, like, why are you still supporting the NBA?
My thing that just annoys me about basketball is how there could be like 20 seconds left on the clock, but it's like another 5 minutes in human time.
It's a football
Just because
thing,
of
too.
all the fouls and stuff.
It's amazing that way.
I don't understand.
That's why it's the best.
The fouls in that game don't make sense. Like the invisible box.
I just wanted to watch the Australian Open.
stood
Get
in
your
the
trash
paint,
off.
You stood still in the paint for too long.
Yes,
Foul.
freaking stupid.
You didn't move your feet fast enough. Foul.
But hey, new coach, we're winning.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Let's just think about that for a moment. Again, you don't have to follow the sport to
It
be
once
like,
again
yay.
proves like LeBron was the coach.
Well,
Yes and no.
Yeah.
He will be our coach. The moment his kid enters the
Lord,
draft,
the cat's just
he'll be back.
staring at
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's what he does.
All right. AL East.
American League East. I still have the Yankees winning it. I think the Rays are going to be second,
Okay.
followed by
You mean the Rexpos?
yes, the Rexpos. Wait, what?
Yeah, half the season's in Tampa, the other
Yeah.
half's in Montreal. The
Yeah.
Rexpos.
They haven't done that yet, though.
But it's
It's not official. No,
Steve. Don't take this away from me. I'm excited.
I want them to move
wear
back to
Expo
Montreal.
stuff again.
Not back to. I
I'm
want
ready.
them to move to
I'm
Montreal.
ready. Let's go.
I
All
want it to happen.
Yanks, Rays. Who's
Yanks,
three?
Rays. I'm gonna surprise everyone here. Toronto.
Yeah.
I think that Bo Bichette and
Boba Fett's a Star Wars character. He ain't got no baseball lightsaber. Come on.
Him and Vlad, and then also what
He's
they got.
a vampire.
I think
Yeah.
What are you guys
They're
talking
just
about?
stacking their team with superheroes.
I'm on Team Bird.
Seems loose in it.
This is what I'm gonna do. Keep going.
This is amazing.
They signed Ryu. Oh yeah, there we go. Keep playing off of
Yeah,
that.
Signed Ryu.
Yeah, he's gonna design his
His last name is Ryu.
Kick it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Every at bat. Hadouken.
Is there a guy named Ken on the Blue Jays? There has to be.
No, Ken Giles doesn't play.
No, he got traded, unfortunately.
Was a dictator. It's like Ken Jong-un was a dictator.
All right, so who do you have fighting out for the bottom? Sox or the other
Orioles
birds?
are gonna come in last.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. Do they have anybody other than? Okay.
Orange-breasted bird versus blue bird.
They have no one
all day.
To put in perspective, my friend from Maryland, he doesn't care about baseball right now just because of how bad the birds are.
Who's gonna finish with a worse record? Guys wearing red socks or a bunch of birds?
Freaking birds.
Exactly.
I think I'll essentially carbon copy you, but swap actually the Rays and the Blue Jays.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
So pretty bird over man killer.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, it's no longer the Devil Rays. They're the
Just the
I
Rays.
was referencing Steve Irwin.
I know you
Yeah.
were.
Okay.
But their logo is a sunbeam now.
That's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That's the Flint, Michigan Tropical Suns.
Not the tropics. With Jackie Moon. That's the only basketball that I like.
I like basketball. Okay.
Okay.
All right. AL Central.
I have Twins. I still think Twins are going to win the division.
But there's only two of them.
Yes. They're the two best players in all of this. They can play. One guy pitches, the other one plays all other 9 positions.
Wait, he's got to catch and then run to the outfield. Why can't the pitcher run to the outfield?
No, it's more challenging. The pitcher needs to rest his legs to throw.
Exactly. He doesn't want to bust his ankle. Anyways, Tribe in second. I think the White Sox are going to. I think they're going to be competitive, and I think they just don't have.
They kind of fall on their face.
Yeah. And then who cares about the final two? Because there's really
no,
nothing.
no,
there's no
it's
fourth or fifth when you have two teams that are going to finish with 100 losses each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I feel bad for Whit Merrifield.
I was reading something that I guess the A's are interested in trading for him, which it's like, good. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
Let them.
I feel like Whit Merrifield was a college in some 80s movie.
I think it was. Isn't that where Rodney Dangerfield went to it back to school?
It's that or Whitmore. Whit something. Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
How many more references can I make? We're not done yet.
We are not done. We're not.
I don't know. We
close.
still got 4 more.
AL
divisions.
West. Nick, go.
Angels, Rangers, Astros, and I don't care what the other two were.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah. No, I'm going there. I think
You have the Angels and Rangers over the Athletics.
yes.
Wow. And the Astros.
Yes. Who's the
Well,
one
it's
that we're
because they're
forgetting
the
of?
Oakland Athletics of Anaheim. They have the longest name, so they can't be that good.
No, what?
Yeah.
They're not the Oakland Athletics of Anaheim.
Oh, no, that's the Angels. See, I
The
don't know who
Los
we're talking
Angeles
about.
Angels of Anaheim.
Yeah, whatever, yeah. I knew that someone had a stupid long name.
Right.
We got there.
So here's
Go Dodgers.
Oh, Seattle. I forgot about Seattle. No one cares about Seattle.
Nintendo.
Well, Nintendo sold all their shares
Nintendo.
in the Mariners
Drew Carey.
a year ago. Not a year ago, 10 years ago.
Drew Carey. No, that's the Sounders.
Yes. But no, I stand by that. I think the Angels will take first.
without any starting pitching.
Correct.
Or an outfield.
You have Trout. That's all you need.
And you have
Rendon.
Angels in the outfield.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Rangers have a low-key phenomenal pitching rotation.
Yeah.
They're named after a federal agency.
Correct. That's why their logo is a star. No, that's
That was one of
Astros.
my trivia questions.
What's the difference?
And then Astros.
It wasn't me this week.
Yeah. Astros, I think they're going to come in third.
But you think that?
Over A's. Yeah, I
well,
forgot about
let's
the
put it
A's.
this way. I think the AL West is going to be the closest division.
Yeah.
I think the division winner is going to be about 5-6 games above,
Mm-hmm.
and then everyone else except for the Mariners are going to be within 2 games of each other.
I can see that.
I think one of the wild cards is coming out of AL West and one out of the AL East. Yeah, I think
So it'll be a repeat of
think-
19 where we might get shoved out even though we have a 90 win rate.
I think that in the AL Central we might not even have a 90-game winning team
That's possible,
because I think we're just going to all beat the shit out of each other.
which is good. Build competition.
Exactly.
That's the thing that's been missing.
We're all gonna just beat up on Kansas City and Detroit. And that's it.
Yeah, and then
Play
just split the rest of the records.
500 ball against everybody else.
Oh man, that'd be horrifying.
Right?
Could you imagine like all three of us just like tie at the end of the season?
And then it just,
I can actually imagine that.
that happens
happening.
all the time in the NHL.
I actually
Yeah.
do see that happening.
Fair enough. On to the NL.
Yeah.
NL East. Who do you got?
Braves.
Why does half the people got a pitch hit? That's stupid.
Wait, what?
Why do pitchers got a
Pitchers
hit
gotta
and
hit.
half it?
Well,
That's
this
real dumb.
This
It's
season
tradition.
is going to be the last. I think the new CBA is going to be after next season. And top of the docket is introducing the
Good.
designated hitter in the NL.
Good.
It's this might be the last season of it.
Good.
So stupid.
Right?
Bleh.
Yeah.
Good talk.
It'd be
Yeah.
better for.
Was that Vlad
Yeah.
from
Bleh.
the
Blah, blah, blah.
Bleh.
Anyways, what did I say? Braves. I think Mets and Nationals are going to tie for second,
Okay.
and then the Phillies are going to be. The Phillies and Marlins are going to be at the bottom. Well, Phillies, if they can trade for Bryant, I think they win the division.
Okay.
But if they don't get Bryant, they're going to be finish in third.
I think with them
fourth.
blowing their load on Harper, they've kind of sealed their fate.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care for this division. I just don't care. All I will say is that the Mets have the best pitching out of that division. So, but
Even above the Nationals.
and they got some orange. in their
that's
logo.
fair.
They still have Strasburg and Scherzer.
Yeah. I guess let's see how
And
the rest of theirs.
Strauss
Dingus.
makes jeans.
Yes, Levi Strauss makes jeans and throws a fucking fastball. I don't know where I was going with that one.
You're going to the
I was gonna
Central.
Throws a mean party.
Probably.
Okay. Reds in first. I think they're gonna just come out, and I think the spending money in the off season. I think everything's gonna come together, and because again, small.
Anything since
Since,
it's a skyline in the back of my throat.
I think Redbirds in second, then Cubs, Brewers, and
Pittsburgh.
oh yeah, Pittsburgh definitely last.
Oh yeah, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I see the Reds just sneak up, and I think that's another one where I think the AL Central and the
this
NL
will be a
Central are just
four-way.
going to be it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be just steamy.
Ooh, I like steamy baseball.
All right, Nick,
Because we live
NL West. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, I didn't say my prediction.
Oh
for
yeah,
Central.
I'm sorry. If it's not, it's going to be the
So
same.
NL West. Reds, Brewers, Cards, Cubs, Pitt.
You still think the Brewers above the Cards or Cubs? Brave man.
He liked that beer.
Yeah, I guess so. You trust a non-existent pitching staff?
I know. I'm well aware of how shitty their pitching is. All right, so the West, I legit don't care. I legit don't care.
I'm gonna go bold here and say the San Francisco Giants.
Go Italian.
Whoa, why the Giants? If you said the Padres, I could kind of see that, but why the Giants?
I don't know, just going bold.
Okay.
Being an idiot.
Okay, go italic now.
Italic, I would choose the Rockies.
And strike through.
Ooh, Diamondbacks.
Thank you.
If we're going Comic Sans, Padres. No, but seriously, Dodgers, Padres.
Yeah.
I can honestly see the Padres for once having a winning season.
Yeah.
Especially because they're bringing back the mustard and brown unis. Oh, I can't wait.
Also, what Fam is on their team? They traded like.
Oh,
Renfroe
yeah,
for
yeah, they
Fam.
have
No,
Tommy
man,
Pham.
we fam.
We Fam.
Yeah.
All right, predictions for World Series.
Too soon.
Hey,
Okay,
throw
if
it
I-
out now. Throw it out now.
World
we can check
Series.
in like May.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot because this goes against everything I just said.
Yeah.
Dodgers tribe.
Well, okay, that's
All right,
legit. I was gonna say Dodgers, White Sox.
Oh,
Even though I said that no team
Yeah.
in AL Central is getting into the
Yeah.
postseason other than the division winner, and they're finishing in third. So
I'm going with Tribe Reds.
you homer.
Ohio.
I know.
Kawhi.
I just want like the eternal suffering.
You just
of
want the world to
nation.
be like, we exist.
Yep. Oh man, nothing got me more riled up than when one of our friends posted a picture where it completely dissolves Ohio and Ohio's eaten up by the surrounding states.
That was our acting friend.
Yeah.
I'm just most mad the fact that we get shipped off to Pennsylvania.
See, I couldn't tell. I wasn't willing to zoom in to see if we hit them, if we were part of West Virginia or Pennsylvania.
No, we're Pennsylvania.
Because we're like, that thing looked like we rid the line.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. That's the
so. What if we go to Vermilion? We're part of West Virginia.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like I didn't know where.
No, basically it looked like the line was Cuyahoga and Lorain County on that.
So then we would be West Virginia then.
What?
Right now we would be in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was either way. The whole like dividing Ohio up and across that. That
I
was
just
just
thought
the
that was
dumbest thing.
hilarious.
There's a great picture of a German man who tried to label every state.
Yes.
And Ohio was there like 17 times.
Yes, I saw that. Other Ohio?
Where is Ohio?
Well, that's the running joke with PewDiePie, isn't it? That Ohio is just a myth.
Yeah.
Ohio doesn't actually exist.
Or,
it's just a fever dream in our collective imagination.
I'm cool with that.
Tim Pohl was doing a news article about Greater Idaho, where parts of Oregon join Idaho, and Idaho becomes bigger, and I think Northern California and a little bit of Washington. But in his video, he kept saying Greater Ohio instead of Idaho, and there's times where he was like flipping between the two. I'm like, well, which one is it?
Are we doing this or not? Is Ohio gaining 59% of the nation's?
Could you imagine
That
like,
was
land
Virginia.
mass?
like we have Ohio, and then we have a remote area across the nation that's still ruled by Ohio.
Ohio_EXT.
Yeah. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody else's phone just went off.
No, he hit the thing.
Yeah, hit that.
Stop it.
Hit that. Wow, wow, wow.
No, it's your turn
wow,
again
wow,
this week.
wow.
Nick needs Nick needs more friends than are at the table to call him.
Yeah, I need a girl.
Oh, gosh.
We're right here.
All right.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I think the other one was, I was talking with you on the phone about movies that need a modern,
remake.
not remake, but a modern sequel.
Yeah.
And it's all because I couldn't get a certain line from a certain movie out of my head.
A modern sequel.
Yeah. I've got one specific movie that I really want to see in the Me Too era.
Okay. Okay.
Shallow Hal.
Oh my.
Do I make you horny, baby? Yeah.
Yeah. That would not fly anymore.
right.
It would not fly.
I would love to see.
Shallow Hal's not a bad one.
Yeah.
either.
No, not at all.
What was the other one with
We could call it-
I'm drawing a blank on the comedian's name, but like he banged a girl, or after like banging a girl, they get married and they find their true love of their life.
What? Every romantic comedy ever?
Yeah, I got
No, there was
My wife's daughter? Not my wife's daughter. Not my
Mr.
boss's-
Deed.
no
My boss's daughter, not my wife's daughter.
What was his name as that comedian?
Are you thinking of Dane Cook?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Good Luck Chuck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is
Oh,
Good
that
Luck,
movie's
isn't it?
terrible.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Where
saying
it's like
Okay,
every girl he sleeps with ends up meeting the love of their life,
Yes.
the next guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Good Luck Chuck. So are we saying that we're like a sequel, or we're taking that movie but do that same movie in modern times?
No,
right
no,
now?
like I'm talking like legit is a movie that could use a sequel done today. Whether it means
I got nothing with the sequel. If we're talking about a movie that I think would be really good if you did almost a shot for shot,
Yeah,
but
that's
in
fine.
today's
Yeah, that's
technologies,
fine.
Casablanca.
yeah, that'd be good.
Mm. I was gonna say Tron.
They did that already.
I know, but do it
Called
again.
Tron. It's called Tron Legacy.
It is actually called Tron.
Yeah.
Because what was it? Mr. Sunday Movies. They were doing a video about it, no, it wasn't that. It was Red Letter Media. They did a review, and in the actual like opening like segment of Tron Legacy, it's just called Tron in there. It doesn't have Legacy in
Yeah.
it, so the sequel's truly called Tron.
Watch it. You're going Italian over there, buddy. Yeah.
Hey, baba da boopy.
Beep it bop.
Okay, there.
Shut up with the noise.
Next.
I thought we were still doing the remake.
I don't know. That's all
I've
I
got
got.
plenty of them.
Yeah, no, I know there's
No,
more.
but
I'm trying to
seriously,
think
think-
because
Think about Austin Powers set in 2020. I think that would be the funniest thing because go back and rewatch the Austin Powers movies. The first one still is good. The other two are the worst piles of shit you'll ever see.
Yep.
Especially Goldmember, where it's like, okay, for the third time, we're doing the same jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, beat for beat, same jokes. But I just want to see what would happen if you have 65-year-old Michael Myers walking around going, "Do I make you Randy?" Yeah.
See, my other problem is like the other movie that I thought it was Bill and Ted, but they're doing that.
Yeah.
The Love Guru.
Oh God.
No.
Just thinking of bad movies that shouldn't be remade in today's standards.
Love Guru and what is it? Don't Mess with Zohan.
No,
crossover.
that movie is fantastic.
Don't Mess with Zohan.
God, I love that movie.
Awesome. It's one of the best movies about the Palestinian-Israeli conflict.
So good.
It's so good.
So good. Just the other day, as one pee-pee touch. Literally talked about that at work the other day. Probably shouldn't have, but we did.
What's his name? What do they call him? Sweaty Coco or something like that?
Scrappy Coco.
Scrappy Coco. I like Sweaty Coco.
Well, hey, in the remake, you can change
his son is named Sweaty Coco.
I mean, he is sweaty.
What would be a fun one? You could do Night at the Museum.
3.
Did they do a 3?
No, I think they did a third.
They did a 3.
Shoot, they did.
They totally did.
Because I think the third one was in Britain. Yeah, because the second one was in D.C.
Yeah.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing that one.
I have no idea who.
You got mail.
Genitive.
Ooh.
No, like You Got Mail, but
That would be interesting
like
because of how
Gmail,
much.
because you can take it back within 5 seconds.
You got.
That's literally the whole premise of the movie.
Yeah.
He sends the email and takes it back immediately, and the rest of the movie doesn't happen.
I was gonna say
It's
you
just
got,
a black screen until like the hour and 40-minute mark, where then the credits start crawling.
It'll be great.
You got DM,
Yeah.
and all it is some Indian guy asking for Bob's and Vagina.
Bob's and Veganas.
Yeah. I'd
A
pay to
new
watch that.
Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh yeah, there is that.
There's 2.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say they're already doing a new Masters of the Universe, so
Mhm.
you got that.
Wasn't there some big name attached to that project? I can't remember.
Bing bong. That's what's attached to that is a bing bong, boy. I don't know. Give me a true sequel to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
1. Like not a 4.
Yeah.
A sequel to 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You just completely, just like the Terminator franchise, you ignore some of the
just
sequels.
forget it. Just forget it.
Okay, that's a good one. Retcon Terminator Genesis and Dark Fate or whatever the hell it's called,
Mm-hmm.
and give me another sequel to Salvation.
Yeah.
I need to see what happens in the future.
Yeah.
Enough of sending robots to the past. Robots.
Robots.
I Am Legend.
The fight continues.
I want to know if the dog lived.
Wait.
Didn't the dog eat him
No.
at the end?
What?
No, the dog, like the big
What
plot.
am I thinking of?
I don't know what
Are
you're
you
thinking
thinking
of.
of? Because
The dog dies halfway through that movie.
Yeah,
It's
and
heartbreaking.
You're right.
I saw that in theaters about a month after I lost my dog, and I had to leave the theater.
I want to see a sequel to
I hate that
Hancock.
movie because of that.
It's not the movie's fault.
I don't care.
It is the movie.
It's one. I was telling Steve, I hate Wizard of Oz.
What?
I
never told
No,
me
no,
that.
I did. And you're like, why? And I said, I don't have a good reason for it. I just do, even though I know it's a decent movie.
I was about to just rip these headphones off and walk out of this.
So you don't really?
Yeah, I really do not like Wizard of Oz. And
Let me guess. You don't like
freak-
Willy Wonka either?
No, that's fine. I
Which
absolutely loathe
The original.
The first one's good.
Avatar.
Well, yeah,
The
everybody.
Last Airbender.
No, I like, well, the movie, sure, that too. But the TV show's good. But no.
talking about-
James Cameron.
You're talking about Blue Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Just watch Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
Or Pocahontas.
It's more Dances with Wolves. If you watch
Correct.
all 3, it's more that one.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking for a second, it's like the sequels to Avatar haven't come out yet, so how can you watch all 3? And there's like 5 of them, so what are you talking about? And Dances with Wolves didn't have any sequels. Pocahontas had one,
Ooh, there you
where
go.
she goes to England.
I want a modern sequel of Dances with Wolves.
Can you?
No, but I want it.
Oh, I want a modern Spaceballs.
The search for more money.
Yeah, it has to be that subtitle,
for sure.
but like also just making fun of how just
Yeah.
sci-fi movies are today. That's the one thing that the parody genre
It
essentially
needs to be
died off.
It
I would,
needs to be
I would like a
reborn.
remake of Alien 4.
A shot-for-shot remake of Alien 4?
No, I want the Alien 4 to not have existed.
Okay.
Wait.
Alien 4 is the one where she has the baby.
Oh, yeah.
It was just not. It was bad.
I was thinking of Alien 3 for a moment.
That was
Like,
one
Alien 3 actually
Alien
has
3
some
is-
good moments in it.
Alien 3 is good because they say fuck 76 times.
Well, I was going to say it's also good because
You
set
get
on
the
like a
speed one.
prison colony, and it's hilarious.
It also shows that it can infect animals.
Yeah. Well, that too. The cows.
That's
dog.
terrifying.
Oh, the dog too.
That's when you get the speed one, the crawler. Going that
Oh,
super,
we need a
super
remake
fast.
of The Thing.
Shut up. I'm gonna-
He will. He's gonna.
I know, that
smack
one-
you with
that
the
one.
headphones.
Remember when I used to be able to throw quarters across a room at lunch? I can't do it anymore. Remember?
Do you remember?
The 21st night of September.
Do you remember?
First night of September.
We were changing our lives. Remember?
And we got copyright struck.
As long as we do under 10 seconds, we're good. Yeah, now we get strike.
Yeah.
Once you go to the chorus, like, fuck. Game.
Speaking of the 2000s, want to talk about fads from the 2000s, like Beyblade?
Oh, yeah. Is this what I think it is? All right, 3 hours stream.
I mean
podcast.
Beyblade because I have a problem?
Yeah, you do.
Wait, they still make this?
Dude, yes, this is the most recent set.
Did they?
I've been researching for days, not because of this freaking podcast, but because my brain, I'm in a pre-midlife crisis.
Well,
I think they changed these up quite a bit in like
Yeah.
the 20 years they've existed.
I never got into Beyblade.
I have a bunch somewhere in my storage unit.
I have, I think, one or two.
I got a bunch.
Because this was like
Whoa.
around the same time like Duel Masters came out.
Yes.
And that was like when I was like the interest of those kind of stuff was like kind of dropping.
So on the back of that, there's meters for these things, and I didn't realize that they were in different languages. The same word. I'm like, oh, cool. This the farthest to the left is more power. Then you got pussance. Okay, that's cool. And then you got poder and potentia. Like, man, I don't know what any of that even means.
I got stamina, resistance, resentia,
You got stamina.
stamina.
So yeah.
I got defense type, defensia.
So we're cracking this open.
Hell
right
yeah,
now.
we
Playing
are.
it.
We're doing a
Nope.
shitty tournament for YouTube because everything is content.
Yeah.
Everything is content. Everything is copyright struck with
So,
Steve.
I can. Yeah, I don't know why, but like out of nowhere, I just started like old fads have been like coming into my head for some reason.
Mhm.
I don't know why. There was nothing that triggered this. Maybe because today's Pokemon's 21st anniversary. I don't know. I know that's still my franchise. So thinking about all this stuff, I'm in the toy section today as a 29-year-old male
Mhm.
Go on.
With no children.
with no children.
Nothing wrong with that.
Judge me, people. I don't give a crap.
You don't think I go down the Lego aisle and go, I want this one and
Yeah,
this
for
one
sure.
and this
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Toys today suck.
Yes, they
Like
do.
I'm literally going down Target and Walmart, and I'm looking at the stuff, and I'm just going. There's literally an entire aisle of grab bags,
Mm-hmm.
and I went, okay,
Wait.
And loot boxes.
I was going to say, you're
said
talking
yeah.
about physical loot boxes?
yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Ryan's Toys got one. Every poopy unicorn.
Shit unicorn.
Like
and
it's just,
poopy spiders.
it blows my mind. But then I'm like, okay, whatever. That's girl stuff. Let's go look at the dudes.
Mhm.
You get wrestling.
So like
dolls.
when there's not even a lot of like the wrestling stuff is all not to play with. Like
No.
everything that is out now is a freaking figurine to collect and look at.
Oh,
Like
no.
nothing.
Star Wars Black Series.
It's not like when we were
Yeah,
kids.
but at least
it's
that's
like,
a black series.
but like when I
designed
remember
for
I
that.
had so many like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that did stuff. You put them in like the shell, it shot pizzas out the top of it.
Yeah,
All
or you
5
pull 'em to
different
the side and
pieces
they flip
of the
around.
Power Rangers dude got put together to make the big dude. Even there was like a Transformer.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Just one.
I'm
Just
walking
once.
down, it's like Bendy and the Ink Machine, Roblox. I'm like, what is going on? Like,
Fortnite.
it's people
or Nerf's Fortnite guns. Yeah,
Or,
whatever. That's at least Nerf is doing. You're still doing something. But like, what Bendy is literally, hey, let me look at this dude on my desk.
I was gonna say, like, also,
Or
how
my
many of
toy
these
chest.
toys have like a companion app, or you know, something where you're immediately going from a quick physical thing to the digital thing?
Oh yeah, it was very weird. It was very weird.
Yeah.
I loved growing up when we did.
Yeah.
We saw so much shit change. I feel real bad for my parents after when I go, man, I know how much money I spend now because I have a job. I can't believe that they spent that much on me.
Yeah.
And I will say I'm blessed for being an only child, so I definitely had more stuff because I didn't have to share any of it. But I'm thinking like going forward, I'm doing what you're doing with your YouTube collection, but I'm doing it physically. Like I want to start to rebuy old toys and just old stuff that even though it's the new version, Beyblade's a great example. Like when the show first came out.
Hand that to Nick and have him just scroll down.
Oh no.
When
That's just the top page for action figures on Target's website.
When like there's all that stuff, so I'm like, man,
it's all loot boxes.
Yeah. So even if I don't like use them myself, even though I want to, because there's like 2 Beyblade channels, and I'm not joking, millions of views.
Oh, I believe it.
It blew my mind. The one dude's the most annoying man I've ever heard in my entire life.
Isn't that the worst?
I'm gonna make fun of this guy.
Do it.
If you hear this, super Beyblade family, you're exclusively the reason why I want to do this. I'm not gonna lie, because the dude puts out like 4 videos a day, but it's just like, what's up, dudes? We're gonna and he's British or something. He has an accent to it.
Some sort of
My dudes, this is the craziest thing. We're gonna have Arkham Knight Superboy against a little baby bitch. All right, dudes, here we go. Isn't this the craziest? Like, my throat hurts. But I'm just like, man, you could do this and not be obnoxious.
Yeah, but that's the only way you get the views.
But you can also do it and like do the, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bay Arena. Like I'm thinking this. I'm like, I want it. It would just be fun.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff that is meant for kids, and it is. I get it, but like you can make some pretty funny fucking content with it. Because like as I'm watching all this, and I will put Duel Masters was my game. That was the only game where I actually won money frequently. Was in that game.
Was it a Duel Masters tournament, or
that was one
where I got my
it
other
was Duel
name?
Masters.
Yeah,
Vic Ramick.
Yeah,
yes, that was the Duel Masters. Went out to Medina.
Wait, Vic Ramick.
Yeah, they messed his name up.
Wasn't the first time. Will never be the last
Definitely
time
was
someone
not the
somehow
last.
botches my
So
name.
it was Vic Ramick.
The
For a long
worst
time.
was when I did community theater, and
Thanks,
the
Rick.
director always messed up my name when we were doing practice. So I just ran with whatever, and then on my actual pay stub,
It was a different name that he was never
It was
even
like-
called.
Andre Ravaskowski.
It was weird. It was nowhere. It was nowhere even close.
No, like okay, cool. At least you got the Slavic part, but
But I'm thinking like looking at Beyblades specifically, there is no skill. You rip the thing at the same speed that everyone rips the thing at, and you hope that you hit the other guy more than he hits you. Yeah. There really isn't. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting there looking over top. They're like, I'm gonna be the best. But as a kid, I'm like, I'm a fucking god.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, you really don't have any control, Casey. You just let the thing do its stuff.
yeah,
I still watch Yu-Gi-Oh! The original 2 series because it's very, very well done. I hate the card game because it's not the TV show. It's so
no, there is a rule difference.
So wrong. There's a
there is
lot of rule differences, and I hate it.
Yeah,
but like, I like Dual Island. I thought it was a very great idea to like, hey, look, we can make a TV show about a card game, and it made sense.
It's probably one of the best card game TV shows out there. I enjoy the.
How many
It's
card
the
game
best.
TV
Yu-Gi-Oh!
shows are there?
Well, they're Duel
Duel
Masters.
Masters, but Duel Masters was good because they broke the fourth wall every episode. Like they knew they were a TV show, so they made sure like it'd be like, oh my god, he's so strong. Look at this cool split screen effect. Like they played into it.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah. If you're not really,
Which was really good. There was that. Let's see, just to keep going. Chaotic. It was a Disney show that made a card game. Bakugan technically is a card game, but that is a thing. Yep. I'm sure there's more that I just can't think of right now.
Well, you see, Topps, speaking of card games, Topps has a new like card game, like for your phone, that you pay money for digital cards that you could trade with people in the digital realm.
Yeah, it sounds like Hearthstone.
No.
We're
It's
like
solely collecting?
literally collect.
Yeah, it's just collecting. You don't get anything physical from it, and they're like trying to promote it because it's a Star Wars thing, and like certain cards are rarer than others, and I saw the thing. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
So wait, so if you can't like trade them in for real money again?
No,
I don't.
What is it?
I don't
so
get it.
I play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Sorry about my cat.
That's fine.
I wasn't apologizing to you. I was apologizing to the listener.
I will speak on behalf of the listener. And I was watching one of the videos where one of the YouTubers had a few like whales on, and they were saying they were justifying spending.
Oh, I had to think of what you were talking about. I was like, why would they have a whale? Oh, that's right.
Yeah. For those that don't know, whale is a term for someone who spends a lot of money on a free-to-play mobile game, or probably just any free-to-play game, or, well, there are some games you can. Well, either way, you put a lot of money, way more money than you should. Some of the guys have put $30K over 5 years into the game, but their justification was saying that it's a hobby, and it's no different than like that train collector.
Yeah, but the trains have intrinsic value.
Right, that's the thing. It's like, hey, if I buy stuff physically as a collector, like with all your board games, you still have them at the end of the day till the end of time for whatever reason. As soon as this game stops making money and they turn off the servers, that money is gone.
Right.
There is nothing. And don't think for one moment that EA or Capital Games will make convert it into a offline standalone game. They're just going to turn off the servers. Mm-hmm. So that's what boggles my mind with the whole Topps thing that you're just saying, is that you're putting a ton of money into something that can be taken away.
Oh, and the rarer cards have signatures on them of the fictional characters. I'm staring at one right now of of Asajj Ventress, I'm assuming. Yeah, with her signature. It's just a blue squiggle.
Of course, because they have no imagination.
Now, is it like from the original artist?
The signature?
Yeah.
No, it's the character's signature.
Well, I know, but like, is like the person who did the original?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's still another thing where it's like you're paying money for a digital signature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I saw that the other day and I just started laughing, and that it reminded me of with the conversation about Beyblades, and it's like at least that has some type of physical thing. Whether you could at least sell that. The Topps system, you could only trade the cards. You cannot actually.
That doesn't make.
Convert them too much.
That's why I will continuously buy my movies and TV shows on physical disc, just to have that always. Because there's
so that way when they decide to recall the copyright, come to your door and take it from
or
you.
Because I shared one bad meme and I'm thrown on the watch list, so I get all my rights taken away from me. At least I'll still have my physical media,
right?
Instead of one bad day, it's one bad meme.
Yeah.
You want to know what drives a man crazy?
I really wish some. I like that some games now, if you physically buy them, like Pokemon, the Pokemon trading card game, if you buy it, it comes with a code that unlocks that pack in the game.
That's worth it.
Which is why I also like Warhammer Champions, was you literally scanned your card and it scanned it into your digital library. So if I can't play someone physically, I'm at least playing on Steam or something like that. That's why I dislike Magic Arena so much, because it's the #1 Magic game. But if you buy Magic cards physically,
it doesn't count towards
it. Does. You have to then rebuy them in the game. And it's like, Wizards, you know how to do this. This isn't anything new. You know how to make that work.
They could at least gone the cheap ass route and like charge you 10 cents to get those cards.
No, it's definitely a doable thing. They just won't.
Oh yeah.
They just won't.
But
do it.
The whole idea is essentially the double dip. Yeah. Well, you could at least quote unquote reward someone for buying your physical stuff by making them charge another 10 cents.
That would get me to play the game more. But instead I'll play other stuff when I just want my fix that I can't. I want to play the card game, but I can't because everyone's busy or everyone's working because we're adults.
Yeah.
But 2000s were great.
Yes, they were.
it really, I remember the first time I got Magic cards. I think I stole them from Steve.
I think so.
If I really recall.
I think I gave you them because my mom thought they were evil.
That might have been it. I remember because I remember distinctly when we learned to play.
Yeah.
It was at that Evans sleepover when we were doing
Hey,
the
we were
freaking
just talking about that.
when we were doing the pinchy
Yeah, the
balls
ball.
for like 7 hours.
And then
Hold on, real quick.
Oh yeah, crazy.
There was a game for the PlayStation. Was it the
Gundam.
PlayStation 1? It was
Yeah,
a
it
gun.
was-
It was
No, it was 2 because
was
we played
PlayStation
Jimmy
2.
Neutron
Oh, yeah,
on the
yeah.
PlayStation 2.
But there's a Gundam
a fighting
two-dimensional fighting game where you could have regular giant robots fighting, or you could pilot what's called a ball, and it's literally just a ball with a cannon on top and 2 arms. And we found out that its basic move, which is just pinching with its 2 arms, does like no damage, and a fight would last a half hour.
Yeah.
And we
we had ball
sit there.
fights.
We would we had a ball fight tournament of pinching each other's balls.
Oh my god, it was so
I
good.
think you could shoot the cannon 5 times.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it
the
was
cannon
something
had like a
stupid.
certain limit.
It was something
Yeah.
stupid.
And I remember Evan kept getting mad about
my God.
us firing the cannon at the very
So-
end.
it was so good.
Because you could take out the other opponent with 5 well-placed shots. And it would be like you get frustrated after like 10 minutes of pinching that. You're like, cannon.
And you're
so
point
good.
blank at that point because you're pinching
dude.
each other.
And then,
It
of
was-
course, they had the best character ever, Big Zam, which is a robot that's about 10 times the size of all the other mechs.
Yeah.
And it takes up 75% of the screen, and just walking damages the opponent.
Yep.
And if you picked Big Zam, you was a bitch.
Yeah. That game was good. But that was
But back to that, we learned how to play
We learned
Magic.
how to play Magic that night, and I
Yeah.
remember I do remember you're like, "Hey, I can't have these. You want them?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
So I took them.
What kind of questions is
My
that?
life was great.
because I think weren't we trying to
I guarantee you, Steve. When I clean out my storage unit, it is in my stack of Magic cards. I remember they came in a like a little baby deck box. I guarantee you, I still have those.
good.
I know I do.
I know there's at the time when we had that, there was one card I had that was like banned from official tournaments because it was too OP.
I gotta find. I gotta go through my
Yeah.
storage unit real
And
bad.
I forget.
But I know
I
it's
forget
there.
which one it was, but it was the one that my mom thought was the one that was like evil.
It's so funny.
And now that she's gonna listen to this, and she's gonna be like, "It is evil." See, you're still look at it.
Thanks,
Corrupted.
Mrs. Karategas. Thank you for starting my nerddom problem.
It's your fault specifically that I have 237 board games. It's your fault. I thank you for my life.
I'm not joking. I love everything that I do, but it started at that time frame of life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then the same with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Where we tried playing. I remember.
I bought a deck and threw it out the window.
Didn't we used to try and play in gym in middle school?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
When it would be just like, we were supposed to do something outside. Lanham's not here, so let's. I don't know what we're gonna do. Everybody just do whatever you want, and everybody just grabs basketballs. We all just sit in the bleachers and play.
Yep.
Play Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Those were good. Pokemon, I love that the card game is still around and
Yeah.
still. Here's what
It doesn't make sense to me.
Here's what I really love. I'm sure Magic has the same thing, but the fact that Pokemon has like the competitive scene starts at like 6. You have to be at least 6 years old with a parent to do it.
Yeah.
There is a Masters division of like 50-year-olds and like old like 30 plus that have been playing the game since it came out, and they like have their own like, don't worry about playing with these kids, like play like you'll play with other people your age. I love that the game still has that wide berth, because it's not a kiddie game. Like it's not like the Neopets card game that was so unbelievably childish. It wasn't even funny. Like it's a very competitive. It's literally monsters fighting each other just in a physical medium.
Yeah.
And I just love that it's still a thing. I really do appreciate that it stood up this long.
A few months ago, I went to a launch party for one of the new for Pokemon trading card game because my little cousin really wanted to go, and you got a starter deck and you got like 2 booster packs, and then at the end you got another 2 or something like that. But either way, and once you got your starter deck and you got your 2 booster packs, you made a deck and then you played round robin. But the like officiate there like separated the age groups, like you're saying, because there was for the most part, I want to say maybe like 60-40, as in like 60% of the people were clearly over high school age. And then the other 40 was like more like, that 6 to 12, maybe 13. But they made sure that they did not play each other because it is actually competitive.
So parents were complaining. I guess I understand the complaint because the parent doesn't, unless they're us, they really don't know. And like, it's not like there's anything wrong with the scene. Like, it's not like older people are super rude. It's not Magic where that is a thing.
Table flipping happens.
Yeah, but like Pokemon is a very family-friendly game. But I guess a couple parents were complaining that like their kids kept losing. I think more so than anything.
Get good.
Yes, that's the whole. If that's me, I want to play with that guy because I know that he knows more than me, and I'm gonna learn more shit. Yeah. Like, but that's just my mindset. So Recess now has a full open league and an ages 6 to 10 league. Yep. So like Sunday morning is 6 to 10 for like 2-3 hours, and then it opens up to other people. Which I was
that's
like,
nice.
that's smart. That you have a safe space.
Well, it's a designated place for same skill level and
I was
gonna say processing power.
So you're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, well, because think about it.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Kids don't have the developmental ability.
I couldn't understand the game when it came out.
moves,
I just immediately just said I like to collect these because I like playing the game.
I like the images.
I could barely actually even get through the Game Boy Color trading card game.
Oh, dude, I beat the shit out of that.
I enjoyed it, but it was just very much like, I don't know how I understood a little bit more within the video game because it, automates some stuff for you. So I'm like, okay, I can understand what I missed in the physical world, but if I didn't have this, I'd still be SOL'd in the real trading card game. Yeah. To a degree, it's sort of like some of our D&D nights where there are some people who kind of need a little bit more automative help to play.
AKA me screaming, phone down.
I played until 1 a.m. the other night, but we finished our Strahd campaign.
Ooh.
Nice.
But we wanted to keep rolling. So now I'm hosting the next one. We're doing Descent into Avernus, which would be cool. The last thing I just want to, what was it? What were we talking about? Oh, the 2000s thing. 2000 to now. Late 90s to now. It's very obvious that we were just kind of would go outside and do shit for a very long amount of time. You heard your one whistle and you came back home. I talking about the safe space with the Pokemon thing and keeping, stay in your lane with your age group or whatever. I can't tell you how many times my parents dropped me off at original Recess to play 40K until 12:30 at night. I'm 10. Then they would come and pick me up. I also can't tell you how many times I love my parents to death. I'm glad that they trusted my decisions, because what parent, you never met this guy, whatever parent would allow their child to hang out with Josh,
Oh yeah,
the vampire,
yeah,
is insane.
yeah,
But Josh drove me everywhere.
yeah.
I don't know if you ever met Josh. He was significantly older than us.
Yeah, by like at least 15 years.
We met him because of War Club out at Matrix. Like, it was me, him, and one other dude did War Club, and then I brought everybody else in.
I'm like,
Josh
when you said Josh the
Skaggs.
vampire,
Skaggs.
I know the name. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
If you saw him, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that guy."
I'm
know
picturing
him.
like a caricature of a grown man dressed as goth.
You're not too far
No.
off.
That's
he
but
didn't
that's
dress
why I know
very
it's
goth.
like, yeah.
Oh,
that's why I'm
well,
like,
yeah,
I
no.
don't think
Does
that's
he
the
have
same.
a goatee?
Yes.
Yes.
How long are his fingernails? Yep, that's Josh.
Yeah. No, I know him. Then I don't know how I know him.
I mean,
I
the
honestly-
only time he ever hung out outside of that group
Yeah.
was Colin's birthdays for some reason.
Nope. Never went to any of
Then
California.
I don't
So
know.
I have no idea
why you
how I
would know him.
He went to one of our friends. He has a cabin in upstate New York.
He went to the cabin.
Yeah, the only year that I went in 2012, he went there too.
I love Josh.
The funny thing is, like, he was the most calm and like reasonable out of everyone. He was just sit in the corner and read a book the entire time.
That's Josh. He wanted
That's
to.
amazing.
He wanted to be a Chinese interpreter, so he knows so much about Chinese history. He's great. I love him.
That's awesome.
I love the dude. No sane parent ever should have let their
No.
child
You
get
physically
that
look
far.
at that guy and you're like, no. But the thing is, like, he was okay.
Yeah, he met my parents like at Manchester. He's like, hey, I know there's a tournament that a couples want to go to. Is it okay if Casey could ride with me? And then they're like, okay. And I'm like, thanks, mom and dad.
If Casey trusts him, we trust you.
These are the same parents that wouldn't let me be in a cover band with Alex. Oh God, what's his last name?
I was about to say
Magic,
Bregman.
bigger dude, like a year ahead of us. DeSoto? Is that his last name? Whatever. If you saw him, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Him and another dude, because the song that I had to learn for the first day was My Own Worst Enemy by Lit. That was too bad, but I could play D&D and go on these tournaments with Josh. It's definitely a different thing, but
I was about to say, well, hey, you know what? My mom thought Magic the Gathering cards were evil, but she let me have ball fights with you boys.
Can't take it back. It was 1997.
No take backsies, ma. Gotcha.
You're going to get a text that says you're not allowed on the podcast.
I don't like it.
Can Steve come on the podcast? No, he's not allowed. He's grounded. Mom, I'm a 30-year-old man. No.
I hope that's the comment on YouTube.
really
You're grounded, Steven.
If it isn't, I'm going to be so disappointed.
The response is going to be, well, it's okay now. No, Mom.
It'll be, well, that explains everything. Ball fights.
Yeah.
Does your wife know about this?
Yeah.
We had to have told the story
Oh, yeah.
No,
at some point in time.
Oh, yeah. Well, Nick was reminding me about us falling asleep after watching Jimmy Neutron. And
Jesus, it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah, and then waking up to on loop. Oh, that freaking menu loop.
I think that's why I don't like Jimmy Neutron.
I could totally believe
There's a
that.
very high chance.
Yeah.
I started seeing that potato-headed freak. I just started losing.
Oh, God. That was so good. We had great childhoods, guys.
Yeah,
So
we
I'm just
did.
going to throw it out there.
I mean, well, it's just a testament to the fact that we're all still friends,
Right?
you know. I love you guys.
I love you too, man. You want to play some Beyblades with me?
Hell yeah.
All right.
And on that bombshell, we're going to go play some Beyblade.
Follow us on Beyblade.